retirement fund, as you might say, and took that flask of ointment and poured it out on Jesus' feet, anointing for her burial. This was all the wealth that this family had. It was worth 300 denarii. In today's currency, that would be like $50,000. And she took it all and poured it out on Jesus' feet. Therefore, the sister sent to him, saying, Lord, behold, him who you love is sick. You see, one of the dangers that we make when we go through suffering is that God is not loving. But what does the Bible tell us? It says that the one that you love is sick. It's a misconception that God doesn't allow people that He loves to go through suffering. Jesus loved Lazarus, and Jesus allowed him to go through this sickness, and He allowed the family members to watch it. It's also a misconception that somehow we've got to merit God's favor. That if I just do a little bit more, maybe God will do something in exchange for me. No, God does things for us all by His grace and all by His goodness. See, Martha had poured out all of her life savings. And that wasn't why Jesus didn't come. It wasn't because she needed to do more. When Jesus heard it, He said, this sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of God, that the Son of God may be glorified through it. Now, Jesus loved Martha and Mary, her sister, and Lazarus. So when He heard that he was sick, He stayed 2 more days in the place where he was. Jesus tarried. He didn't do anything about it. Then after this, He said to His disciples, let us go to Judea again. The disciples said to Him, Rabbi, lately they sought to stone you. Are you going there again? Jesus answered and said, are there not 12 hours in the day? If anyone walks in the day, he does not stumble because he sees the light of the world. But if anyone walks in the night, he stumbles because the light is not in him. What Jesus is saying here is that I've only got a few days left. The crucifixion is just around the corner. And while I am here, I am going to demonstrate to the world that I am the light of the world and that I am the answer to your problems. Yes, we're going up to Jerusalem. I know there's a death threat there, and I'm going anyway. His disciples said, Lord, then Jesus said, after this, He said, our friend Lazarus sleeps, but I go to wake him out of his sleep. The disciples said, Lord, if he sleeps, will he not get well? However, Jesus spoke of his death, but they thought He was speaking about taking rest in his sleep. Then Jesus said plainly to Lazarus is dead, and I am glad for your sakes that I was not there,